Alright, so I'm going to show you how I meal prep, and this is going to be very, very simple. Spoiler alert, I've lost like 9 pounds over the past like 6 months. So April, I finished my bulk and I went into a fat loss phase. I've lost like 9 pounds since then. I've gone from about like 145 pounds to down to like about 136 pounds. And it's been like very easy, which is the craziest thing. The past 3 months, I've dialed in my habits even more, and I've done some meal prep. Like this is gonna be similar to everything that I've already done. But I actually wanna show you again because it's just made things so much easier for me, even like the little tweaks that I've made. And so this is gonna be kind of like repetitive and boring to what I've already showed you. But maybe if I show you again and again and again, you'll realize that this is the way to prep to lose weight. You get super consistent. You decide what your non-negotiables are. And for me, I eat this really every single day. What I'm going to be prepping for my lunch is this is what I eat. When you do that, you don't have any decision fatigue. And so that you just dial in and you just do it. And there's two things that I think hold people back when it comes to being consistent with their weight loss. The first one is that they get used to eating like complex meals that take a ton of time, meals that are like, they look really visually stimulating, they're really appealing, they taste really good. And what that means is that you're always kind of looking for that high of what the food can give you and how exciting and interesting and stimulating it is. And processed food's always going to compete with that. Processed food's always going to be more interesting, more stimulating. And so because you're used to searching for that, you are going to find it hard to kind of put that in its place and kind of say no to those things because you're competing. And then secondly is that people just don't eat enough food. So I eat big portions because I want to feel full and satisfied, and then I eat very satisfying things. I always have potatoes. I always have potatoes in my meals. I always have like a big portion of food because then my consistency ups, and then you're able to actually lose weight on a longer timeline, because 6 months, like that's pretty long in order to lose like 6 pounds and 9 pounds. Math is not mathing for me today. But really that's actually pretty quick when you think about the stage that I'm at. And now to be like as lean as I am, to actually start to have like a bit of visibility in my abs, to be able to have like more energy, be doing nearly 10 pull-ups is because I've just dialed in so hard. So this is going to be my lunch prep. This is what I do and I have ready every single week. And then also in terms of my breakfast, the thing that's changed from maybe prior prep videos is that I just make it day to day. So it's barely even worth showing you because it is the same thing every day, but here's what I do. I put my oats in a bowl. I do no prep beforehand. I put my protein powder, so like a scoop of that, and then I put a little bit of water. I mix that up. I will warm it in the microwave, and then I'll have that with some frozen raspberries, some cinnamon, and some flax for omegas in there. And so this system is what I do like every single weekday. So let's get into what lunch looks like, and then I'll talk about what I do for dinner and snacks and things after that. I've got some Beauregard kumara, some red kumara, Japanese sweet potato, whatever you want to call it. And then I also have some regular potatoes. I get my compost. I always like to clean up as I go because I feel like I am less stressed if I do it like this. And then I always like scrunch up paper because it's going to mean that it stays down easier. This one I prepared earlier. And I'm going to use some of this like bougie kind of native salt, herby salt. We're going to make my favorite tofu. I have made so many times, and I just want to be super honest that like I just make the same thing over and over again. I like a firm tofu. I like a firm, I shouldn't say that. I like a firm tofu. And this one you don't want to press. I don't think you really need to press any tofu. This is the biggest hack for my life, is that I just don't do what I'm told to do, and I'm just rebellious, and it works out. So don't press your tofu. Just leave a little bit of mushiness in there. Buy it already firm and you're good to go. You know, I even thought about for this video, I was like, I could make something a little bit more interesting. I could do a fun tofu with some peanut butter powder and some sweet chili and some soy sauce, but I like the nooch, so I'm going to use the nooch. This is like pickup sticks. Okay, look at my container drawer, y'all. Like, I love this. This brand is Sistema. I'm kind of obsessed with it. And I want something big. I got this one. Okay, I lied. I am going to do something slightly different with my tofu. Normally I use this Vegeta stock and you can buy it on Amazon. It's amazing. It does have some MSG in there. You can buy an MSG-free version, but I for one love it just as is. But I'm going to use this today, which is like a vegan chicken bouillon. And when I do it like this, it just adds, it almost like tastes like a Kentucky Fried Chicken, which I'm here for. Nutritional yeast. I'm gonna be really honest with you, even like that level of effort with like whisking it and opening these feels like too much for me. I'm not kidding, like I cook super lazy these days and it really works. This is how like I've gotten leaner, is getting lazier. All right, so let's mix them up. Could have used a bit less water as well, but it doesn't matter. There we go. How good does that look? Ooh, I could eat this right now, but I'm gonna air fry it for like 10 minutes. All right, the most important portion, let's do our broccoli. And I have a whole ton of broccoli that Nick just grabbed for me, so I'm gonna cook them in batch in a pressure cooker. And I don't know if I've ever actually shown this before, but this is like my new hack, where rather than cooking up like broccoli in my broccoli steamer, which is gonna mean that I have to do that every single day, I'm actually just cooking up like a huge batch and then I'm kind of portioning it out. So I don't even have to think when it comes to my lunches, and I just like go and I do. It is meal prep, but it's so freaking easy. People think of meal prep as like, I mix some, there's like chili, and then I've got like this kind of mac and cheese, and there's a side, and there's this, and there's that, and there's salads. Meal prep for me is just 3 components. It's a veg, it's a tofu, it's a potato, and then you're good to go. So these are all the broccoli. I'm gonna see if I can fit all of this broccoli. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, because I want to eat pretty much a head for lunch. This will do me quite a lot, and then I'll use it for other things as well, like dinners. Do I even want to bother with this? Not really. Not worth it. Doesn't feel worth it. I don't like touching these. I hate it. They get everywhere. They do not cooperate. I got this. Okay, so you've seen me do all of this. This is a bit of a humble brag, but this is the extent of like how messy my kitchen is right now. We have a few things in here. This wasn't from this. This was not from that. There's a knife, compost, all my brock sitting in there, chopping board, pepper. And we're gonna put about like a cup of water, like half a cup, and like a bit more, like a full. I'm just gonna eyeball it, like a full cup. I think will be fine, because it's got lots of water in it too. And don't forget to shake your tofu every couple of minutes. And then I'm also going to put some edamame on top. And the reason that I do this is that I do want to eat more legumes. Even though I'm eating the tofu, I want to eat them more in this kind of form as well. And it's just going to help me to bump up my protein a little bit, which in the stage that I'm in, where I'm trying to build a lot of gains and I'm trying to eat less calories as well, then it makes sense for me to do that. And then I'm just going to do like 1 minute manual high pressure. That is golden. A little bit more. All right, how golden and good does that look? Okay, that's as easy as it is. Yum, so good. I could cook it up more. I like it a little bit squishy, and also I'll probably like cook it a bit more or not when I go to eat it. So for now, I'm just going to do that until my other stuff is ready. And then I'll probably like portion it out. I may not. I'm just gonna like leave it like this for now while the other stuff cooks. Okay, so I had to go and do some stuff. So this is like a little bit overcooked, but if I had like unpressurized it when I was meant to, it would be totally fine. And then I have all my potatoes. And then the most important thing is that they pass the squish test so that they look like this. You just need them squishy, so just keep an eye on them until they do that. I started portioning this out and then I forgot to film it. So I've got my broccoli in there, I've got like my tofu divvied up, and I'm gonna put some potato as well. Just gonna do a little bit. I don't feel like I need much. I can always have more. So I've got the edamame in there. So this is my lunch. It's all ready to go. And then not only that, I've also got like all my potato that I can do whatever I want with. This might be a repeat of what I said. And then I've got like my edamame and my broccoli in here as well. Normally this wouldn't look so gross. It truly was just because I was filming. Normally it looks really green and it doesn't break apart which is awesome. And then for snacking, I don't really snack, but I do have some aloha bars, which I have like occasionally for desserts, or if I'm going out, I will have I'll grab like an aloha bar. We have a very, very structured and rigorous day to day. I'll do Mondays we go and we get sushi, and I have a sushi bowl at the sushi cafeteria place, and I will bring some veggies with me. I'll bring some tofu with me. I put some rice. I already have the rice there. And then so that's what I do on a Monday. On a Tuesday, we have dinner with our friends. And so I have a friend who makes like whole foods plant-based meals. She actually started an Instagram, so I'm going to put in the description so you can follow her if you want. So she will make some kind of potato-based meal. So we'll have that on a Tuesday. Wednesday, my mum comes over and does a little bit of work for me. She normally makes a dal. And I've also shared some dal recipes. So I'm going to put like a dal recipe that I used to do in here as well. And then we have that with rice and broccoli. And we have that for 2 nights. And then Friday night, I cook pasta. And I just kind of cook whatever pasta I want. I've put tons of recipes on this channel in terms of pasta. And you can like find a pasta recipe in the description that I use a lot. And then Saturday, we normally try to go to my parents. And my mum will cook like soup or something like that. And then Saturday, we normally have some kind of like leftovers, or as you can see, we just make component bowls. So very, very simple, very, very easy. And like this system is working so well for me. And then for desserts, I'm not even really having desserts now, but if I do want a dessert, it's an aloha bar. Like that's how simple and easy this system is. And then I'll have a cup of tea, and I have a cup of tea, and I have a coffee as well. So I make coffee every single day, and I do have my coffee. And this is what I've been doing. And this system, it works so well. And if you want to hear about more kind of like what I've learned from this and like my biggest takeaways, then please go and watch this video next, which is kind of the whole system of how that works and like what's changed for me in terms of actually like leaning out since my bulk. Go check that out. But biggest takeaways for me is just make everything easy. Make everything very, very simple. You're going to see, and you're probably going to get bored of me just sharing the same thing. This is the same meal prep video that I did last time. And the reason that I want to show you that, even though it's not probably amazing content, is that this is what I truly do. If you want to lose weight, if you want to keep it off, simplify things down. Get used to boring. Don't be competing, because your taste buds adjust. This is the biggest takeaway that I've had. Taste buds adjust. You get used to food like this. And then if you want to have a bagel occasion, like I was in America recently, I had some bagels. They were amazing. But contrasted to this, they were even more amazing. But I don't need that every single day. So that's been super helpful. All right, I'm going to leave it here. Let me know what you have found helpful in the comments, and I'll see you next week for another video. All right, bye.